JUnit platform console in JUnit. Platform console. Support for discovering and executing tests on the JUnit platform from the console. Here you can see the artifact JUnit platform console. The group ID org.junit.platform. As an example too, we can consider org.junit.platform.console module, support for launching the JUnit platform from the console. As an example 3, you can also run the standalone console launcher as shown here. For example, to include all jars in a directory. Yeah. Exit code, the console launch exit with the status code of 1 if any containers or test fails. If no tests are discovered and the --fail if -no -test command line option is applied, the console launcher exits with the status code of 2. Otherwise, exit code is 0. The class console launcher. The console launcher is a standalone application for launching JUnit platform from the console. It's in the module org.junit.platform.console and package org.junit.platform.console. The console launcher is a command line Java application that lets you to launch the JUnit platform from the console. For example, it can be used to run JUnit vintage and Jupyter test and print test execution results to the console launcher. Argument files, ampersand files. If an argument contains embedded white space, the whole argument should be wrapped in double or single quotes, for example. And options selectors -f or --select -file equal file. Select file for test discovery. This option can be repeated. On some platforms, you may run into system limitation of length of the command line when creating command line with lot of options, so with long argument. Since version 1.3, the console launcher supports argument files, also known as ampersand files. Argument files are files that themselves contain arguments to be passed to the command. When the underlying Picocli command line parser encounters an argument beginning with the character ampersand, it expands the contents of that file into the argument list. If the argument file does not exist or cannot be read, the argument will be treated regularly and will not be removed. This will likely result in unmatched argument error message. You can troubleshoot such errors by executing the command with the picocli.trace system property set to debug. Multiple ampersand files may be multiple @signs may be specified on the command line. A specified path may be related to the current directory or absolute. You can pass real parameter with the initial @character by escaping with the additional @symbol. For example, at some mark will become @some mark and will not be subject to expansion. As an example 5, we can consider color customization, the console launcher. The properties file here demonstrate the default style. The single color style test output using only text attributes, no color, not supported by all terminals. dash dash color dash palette equal file specify a path to a properties file to customize and see style of output, not supported by all terminals. The colors used in the output of the console launcher can be customized. The option dash dash single color will apply a built-in monochrome style, while dash dash color dash palette will accept the properties file to override and see SGR color styling. The properties file here demonstrate the default style here. Successful equal 32, aborted equal 33, failed equal 31, skipped equal 34, 35, container equal 35, test equal 34, dynamic equal 35, and reported equal 37. Now we are considering class console launcher in package javnode.platform.console in module log.javnode.platform.console. The console launch is a standalone application for launching the JUnit platform from the console. Here we are considering console launch in running test. You can run the standalone console launch as shown here. The console launch is a command line Java application that lets you launch the JUnit platform from the console. For example, it can be used to run JUnit Vintage and JUnit Jupyter test and print test execution results to the console. The executable JUnit platform console is standalone 1.10.0.java with all dependencies included is published in Maven Center repository under JUnit platform console standalone directory. You can run the standalone console launcher as shown here. You can also run the standalone console launcher as shown here, for example, to include the old jars in a directory. Exit code, the console launcher exit with the status code of 1 if any containers or tests failed. If no tests are discovered and the dash dash fail dash if dash no dash test command line option is applied, the console launcher exit with the status code of 2. Otherwise, exit code is 0. JUnit, now we are considering subcommands and options. The console launcher provides the following subcommands. Now we are considering argument file at dash files. If an argument contain embedded white space, the whole argument should be wrapped in double or single quotes. For example, here dash f equal my space files /stuff.java double quotation here. On some platforms you may run into system limitations on the length of the command line and creating command line with a lot of options, so with long arguments. Since version 1.3, the console launcher support argument files, also known as @dash files. Argument files are files that themselves contain argument to be passed to the command. When underline Picoccoli command line parser encounters an argument beginning with the character @ it expands the content of the file into argument list. Arguments within a file can be separated by spaces or new lines. If an argument contains embedded white space, the whole argument should be wrapped in double or single quotes, for example, like here. If the argument file does not exist and cannot be read, the argument will be treated literally and will not be removed. This will likely result in an unmatched argument error message. You can troubleshoot such errors by executing the command with picocli.trace system property set to debug. Multiple @ files may be specified on the command line. The specified path may be relative to the current directory or absolute. You can pass the real parameter with an initial @character by escaping it with the additional @ symbol. For example, @sumarg will become @sumarg and will not be subject to expansion. Now we are considering color customization. The colors used in output of the console launcher can be customized. The option -color -single will apply a built-in monochrome style, while -color-palette will accept the properties file to override ANSI-SGR color styling. The properties file below demonstrate the default style. And now here we are considering open test reporting console launcher in open test reporting XML in junit platform reporting. When using the console launcher, you can enable open test reporting output by setting the configuration parameter via --config here. Now we are considering the junit platform independency metadata, the artifact ID junit platform console in group ID org.junit.platform, the support for discovering and executing tests on the junit platform from console. This occurred in the environment with 5.0.0 and operating system and version Mac OS X 10.15.7 Catalina x86-64 build tools Gradle 6.8.3 Kotlin 1.4.30 JVM 11.0.10 and this is caused by Java lang. The console launcher test failed. The error could not find or load main class org.junit.platform.console.console launcher caused by java.lang.console class not found exception org.junit.platform.console.console launcher. Follow the steps for readme.md #cucumber-junit-platform-engine. Step 2, assume incorrectly that only dependency needed is org.junit.platform junit platform launcher xyz run /gradle w clean test and observed error. As an error example, we can consider this occurred in the environment with JMeter and MSSQL-JDBC. Failure to find org.junit.platform junit platform console jar in https://repo.maven.apache.org./maven.was cache in the local repository. Resolution will not be reattempted until the update interval of central has lapsed or updates are forced.